single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Jericka, back at it again. As much as I would like this to be a pleasant video, it's not, and I'm just gonna let it be known from the very beginning. A lot of things has happened. I think I gave y'all a little snippet of it in the last video, that my brother is no longer living with me. And in this video, I'm gonna explain in depth of why and why I'm making this video. For one, apparently I'm getting backlash. I'm getting backlash from my sister, Kiara, which I don't know if you guys met, but of her. She's my 19-year-old sister going on 20. A little baby sister. So from what I gather and from what I heard, there was a lot of bickering and a lot of statements that was being said of the disagreement of me throwing him out. But this video is not gonna be pleasant. I'm not here to make sure, you know, I'm not hurting anyone's feelings. I'm at a point in my life I just don't give a shit. And my mom used to have this saying, "El que cría cuervo te sacarán los ojos," which means, I don't know how the hell it's saying in English. You raise a bird. You raise a bird, they'll take out your eyes, some shit like that. And basically, this is what it is. Now, back onto Kiara, her backstory. Well, you guys know my mom passed away April 9, 2015. Joshua was living with me since February of 2015, because my mom had asked me to stay with him because she wasn't like, her health wasn't really doing so well, and she wanted me to take care of him for 1 year till she got better. Unfortunately, she passed away, and I ended up having to stay with Joshua, which I didn't have to. I decided to stay with Joshua. In that point, I had to fly to Puerto Rico to deal with like funerals and everything for my mom. My sister was in custody of ACS, which is the Children's Services of Puerto Rico, since my mom had passed away, which I had to fight to get her back. It was a big fight because I was the next of kin that was old enough to take her. So she ended up having to come here to New York. So through all of this, guys, mind you, I have no support or no help from the family. So it's just been me. Now, a little bit more of a backstory behind that. I'm adopted. I think I've said that many times. The beautiful woman that raised me and my brother and sister was really our aunt. My biological mom passed away when I was around 12 years old. Their biological mom is still alive and well, and I think you guys met her. Angie, she was on my channel, I believe, at some point in time. Okay, I'm not trying to put her business out there, but Angie was in a point in her life where she was really young and she couldn't take care of them, which was fine because my mom ended up taking care of them. Boom. Now back to present fucking time. I'm sorry if you hear me cursing. I'm just fed up and I'm tired of the bullshit. Kiara, when she moved over here, she only was in my possession for 6 months. During that time, no one knew that she was diagnosed with bipolar depression. And she was just out of hand. She was promiscuous. She wanted to do what she wanted. It got to the point where it just wasn't working, right? So meaning she had to just be taken out the house through family services. She ended up going into foster care system, but I was still her guardian, where I had to still sign her papers, and I was still involved with her. I still had visitations. It was just a point where we couldn't have her in the house because of her behavior. Joshua, on the other hand, Joshua always been special needs since he was a little kid. He's always been a great kid, always a good kid. But the problem was when he moved over here in Puerto Rico, he was in a class that was like one classroom that fit everyone that had a disability in one class. And all they would do was play, and they would never learn. So when he moved here, he was about 14 years old, and he did not know how to read, write, spell, nothing at all. So that made him, they passed him just to get him moving on. He goes into high school, and high school was a blur for him because obviously he didn't know basic math, he didn't know basic reading. How can he prosper in a high school that is way more advanced for him? Got to a point of many meetings, they told me that he was unteachable, which got me really irritated because I felt like that was not the case. And he was teachable. I was able to teach him how to read, how to spell. We started off with 2-letter words, 3-letter words, 4-letter words, and we started working our way up to a point that he could actually read. He may read slow, but he actually can read, and he actually could prosper. In the meantime, while he was in Puerto Rico, he was on medication because he has ADHD and a couple other things. Being over here, I got him into therapy, which he only went to like, I believe, 1 or 2 sessions. After that, he refused to go. He didn't want to do it no more. Everything I've done for this kid, I have tried my hardest. Now, going on. So, me and my sister started having a little argument today, which is the reasons why I decided to make this video, because in this video is where I'm disowning her, period. I just don't have the time to deal with her crap in this time of that I am in my life. I'm about to be 30 years old. I don't have no time for drama. I have no time for bullshit. I don't have no time for her bipolar issues. I don't have no time for that because she is off medication, meaning I don't have time for none of that. So I had reached out to her because we had stopped talking at a certain time because her bipolar disorder had hit a real high at one time when you guys know Dee Dee. She was coming around, and I say she's my niece because it's more of a term of endearment, because biologically she is nothing of mine. I just say that because I really look at her like a niece. She got jealous, and she went on full-blown rage of why my kids calling her Titi and stuff like that. It was just petty stuff. So I stopped talking to her behind that, just because I knew of her disorder. So I had reached, like I said, recently I reached out to her, and I decided to let her know, like, hey, your brother is no longer living with me, just in case if he reaches out to you, just give me a heads up. And now this is why everything's gonna come out to light now. Joshua, since he came into I guess becoming 18 years old, he picked up smoking and all these things, regular teenage crap. I'm not really upset about the whole smoking thing. It's about the way you go about it. He stopped attending school. He didn't want to do anything in the house. He didn't want to take a bath. He didn't want to put deodorant. He didn't want to take care of his hygiene. I felt like I was having an 18-year-old brother, but with a mentality of an 8-year-old, and I just couldn't deal with it. It's gotten so overwhelming to the point where I had to really decide if I really want to deal with that. And it came to the point of he's already of age. He's about to be 19 years old. I don't have to deal with it. I have small ones I have to continue looking after and all that. Another thing my sister came out and said was, well, maybe I should have been taking care of my kids and not having my brother take care of my kids. Nice point, only if it was it was true. Joshua would take care of the kids if I had an appointment till I came back home, or whatever the case may be. Why? Because if you're not doing anything with yourself, the least you could do is watch the kids for me till I come back. At that, I will be back quickly within a couple of hours at an appointment. He has anxiety eating, so meaning he will eat everything in the fridge and then he'll blame it on the children. A lot of money and things was disappearing and it was being blamed on my son. And I really was thinking that it was my son because he had a little history of, you know, taking $1 here, $2 here. But it started becoming big money, $100, $50, just disappearing out of nowhere. Now, my son and my children, they do not leave my home without an adult. They are not allowed to go to the store by themselves. They're not allowed to go downstairs by themselves. Anywhere by themselves, they are not allowed to go. So, I mean, it will be difficult for a freaking 7, 8-year-old kid to waste $100. Boom. Then it was just a lot of things that escalated to the point of, before we moved, Joshua would hang out a lot. In the sense, not hang out a lot because he was a homebody, but the times that he would spend outside or whatever, he ended up bringing bed bugs to my home. How we know it was him, because it all started from the couch he was sleeping on, and then it started going to the rooms where he would just stay at, and eventually I had to throw out basically all my kids' beds, all the dressers, all my couches, meaning that's why I had to start fresh in this new apartment. Because of that, that was like my drawing point. He had to go. Then on the fact that, you know, we was moving, he wasn't helping with the packing, he wasn't helping move. It was just a lot that came into play, and enough was enough, and I had enough. A lot of people think that is my duty, or I have to take care of this child or these kids. Let me break it down to y'all. I felt like I owed my mom, and that's the truth. I felt like I owed my mom. She took care of us, and it was my turn to take care and take over of what she was doing, which in the freaking sense I was wrong, because there's no way in hell I'll be able to sit and fill in this lady's shoes ever. Okay, I'm frustrated, guys. Like, half of me just want to go on a cursing storm, and I really have to choose my words correctly because I'm angry. And, you know, things that are said out of anger, you can't take back. So, do I love my brother? Definitely do. I love him with all my heart. Like, I look at him like a child of mine as well. And as well as I did with Kiara. And like I was telling you guys, I felt like I owed it to my mom, and that's the reason why I did take on that responsibility. When I had everyone in the family saying, do not take on a responsibility that big. But my thing was, I was not going to leave these children in the street. And my mom, you know, she took us in. This is the least I can do. It was easier said than done. I figured it was not going to be so difficult, but it was. And in no shape, way, or form was I ready for any of this. Like, any of it. Any of it. I'm at a point where I'm very fed up, where all the fingers are pointing towards me, and why should it be pointed at me? I am the youngest of 5, biologically. I am 29 years old. I have a sister that's 32, a brother that's, what, 31? Excuse me. Sister that's like 37, another one that's probably like 39. I am the youngest, okay? When my sister gave up these kids, she had her reasons. My mom took on that responsibility. When she passed, I felt like I was able to do it. And I did do it. I have done it for 5 years. And I think I've done a pretty great job at it. Like, a lot of people won't know what I've gone through unless I speak about it. So a lot of people do know. So it gets me aggravated, guys, to the point where, why the fuck am I getting all the backlash of me throwing out my brother when nobody has helped me with this kid? Okay? Nobody. That goes for Kiara. That goes for nobody. So there's no room for no one to talk. Okay? My mom is dead, and that's the reality of it. I've come to terms to accept that. And there's just some things I cannot fulfill, or feel like I have to fulfill it. I'm not putting that guilt trip on me anymore. Part of me is very angry because they have a fucking mom that's alive and well. In Jersey. Yet I'm the one getting the backlash because I don't want to take care of this kid. Where the fuck was everyone else needing to take care of this kid? Or trying to help me? Give me a fucking break. None. Now, back to being the smallest of the family. I've helped everybody and their fucking mother. You hear me? And this is what gets me mad. I've helped money-wise. I've helped with these fucking kids. I've helped with shit when they were sick. I've helped with everything. Not a fucking... I got thank yous. But was it sincere? No. No. So, my argument with Kiara was, I'm done with y'all. Like, mom is dead. Y'all fucking mother is in fucking Jersey doing what the fuck she gotta do and what she wanna do. And here I am, stuck with fucking kids that are not fucking mine. Y'all are my brothers and sisters, and I love you dearly. And that's the reason why y'all still with me so fucking long. But it's about time y'all freaking spread y'all wings and y'all fly. Because the only thing that's wrong with Joshua is a learning disability. He can fucking walk. He could fucking talk. He could do all of that. On top of him being all that, he didn't want to go to school. We got him a job around the corner from our old house in the same grocery store where my husband works. He was always late. He was always thinking, where it was embarrassing, where they have to tell me, can, he wash his ass and put deodorant on. I was just mortified with embarrassment. It got to the point that they fired him as soon as we threw him out. Unfortunately, because of the decision of the boss, he got fired because he was supposed to be at work at 7:30 and did not show up till like 9. That is not how you do a job. So he brought that upon himself because he wanted to be after other people's asses. Simple. I'm in a place in my life right now that I am great, guys. I am fucking fabulous. The aura in my house is amazing. It's so peaceful. I love it. It's great. I just felt like I needed to make this freaking video because of the bashing that is coming around for me for doing things that I just did because I cared, and now I'm getting backlash for it because I am done. I said I'm done with that. My oldest child is 11 years old. My youngest being 3 and now expecting number 6. Those are my responsibilities. Those came out of me. Those are what I have to freaking finish raising. These kids, Kiara and Joshua, are of age. They could continue doing what the hell they gotta do. I am done. Done. Now, a lot of you probably ask, okay, so why make a video about it? Why? Because this is the last time I'm addressing anything concerning me kicking my brother out, him not being with me, Kiara talking shit, whatever the case may be. So, I just finished blocking my sister, Kiara, on social media, on all social media. That means on Facebook, on the inbox, on the messenger, everything. I cut all ties with this girl. I am completely done with this girl. It's sad, but honestly, I don't got it in me to be arguing with a child. Because all she does is infuriate me. And I don't really want to fucking hurt her when I do see her. So I'd rather just break all fucking ties with her. And that's just being goddamn honest. As far as Joshua, there's no bad blood between me and Joshua. Joshua calls me to see how I'm doing. I know how he's doing. He understands why I did what I had to do, because this is teaching him how to move on. I love my brother to death. I would not leave him hungry or anything. If he's hungry, I will make him food. That's not a problem. But I just can't have him living with me no more. I really can't. It would just be becoming too much. And I just can't, guys. There's no other point or no other way of saying things. It's just, when enough is enough, it's enough. And I got into my point, and that's that. Okay? So, yeah. So, I'm sorry, guys. I wanted this to be like a happy video, but unfortunately, it's not. I just felt like I had to take my time out of today. As you guys know, I just finished moving in last week. I'm still getting things done around the house. I gave you guys a video not too long ago. And I told you guys I wanted to do another video, which I wanted it to be BoxyCharm, which I still have it there, guys. It's just, it's complicated. It's a lot of complications. Like, I'm pregnant, I get tired, I'm cleaning, by the time I sit down, I just want to take a nap. And that's not excuses, that's just the truth. And those who have been pregnant know where I'm coming from. God bless these YouTubers that could do videos while they're pregnant. Unfortunately for me, I have so many freaking children. My time is very limited. And then the little bit of time I do have, I want to relax. So, with that being said, I am going to do the BoxyCharm video right after this video. So if you guys see this, same shirt, it's just, I was just trying to knock those two videos out. But that video will be released tomorrow. Alright. So guys, I'm sorry you guys had to hear me vent, but I felt like this was really needed. Because I know a lot of my family watch my videos and my channel, as much as they low-key try not to, like, let me know they do. There's just, we're still in the same boat where I have no family, in a sense. I have no siblings. I'm content with it. I've learned to accept it. And my family is the ones that is right here next to me and dear to me, and that don't take advantage of me. And, you know, don't, if I give you my hand, they don't take my arm. It's just a lot. And I've been feeling really underappreciated. And I just drew my line. I just can't do it anymore. I really can't. Alright, guys. I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys always being there and letting me vent, because this is me really venting, but also a way of me publicly putting it out there so I don't ever have to hear it again. And that's that. Would you guys see Joshua in the future? Of course, you probably see Joshua. That's why I'm not taking him out of my intro. He's still a part of this family. It's just he had to grow wings and fly. Those who want to know where is Joshua as of right now, Joshua's currently in a teen shelter in New York City. You know, and he's doing very well. He hangs out, he goes back home, he's doing what he has to. And maybe this is the thing that he needed, the little push. Because he was very antisocial, he did not like going outside, he did not like making friends. So it came to the point that now he has no choice but to open up and express himself, which I'm happy about. I feel like this is what he really needed. I can't always be his protection, because that's what it was. I never let him go through anything. I always defended him right away. It's just a lot of things. I think I've babied him far too long. And it was just about time that I just did what I have to do. And I'm pretty sure that the only other person that really knows everything that I've dealt with family wise would be my sister Angie and my best friend Kiki. And they just they know what I had to deal with, and this is, like I said, this video is no way throwing shade at them. It's just me venting about me and what I've gone through and why I'm so fed up and why I feel like everyone is coming for me for no reason when I don't have to do half of the things I've done and I still have done them. I just feel underappreciated, and I feel like I don't get appreciated enough for the things I do. And I don't want no recognition of anything that I have done. I just want respect. Respect in the sense where you cannot talk shit about somebody that you have no idea of the in and outs of their daily life. And that is just that. Alright guys, so I'm not going to make this video any longer because I know it's like 25 minutes long, and I'm so sorry, but this is the tea that's going on right now, and that's about the only tea that's going to happen because I am done. New beginnings, new life, and to new friends. And a lot of those friends have become family along the way, and that's that. And also a lot of friends that were family has become distant family, I guess. The whole thing about being underappreciated, giving a hand, taking an arm, I'm just done with it. I'm just really fed up of being taken advantage of, period. Alright guys, this is the freaking end of the video, and I'm so sorry for talking your ear off, but I just felt like your girl needed to vent, like really needed to vent. Alright guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you for staying for this video. I know I'm talking your ears off, but it felt good to come back and actually have a conversation with you guys because I haven't done so in so long. So stay tuned to tomorrow's video, which is gonna be the BoxyCharm. And I know there's a million and one BoxyCharm videos out there, but none like mine. I'm just kidding, guys. Just feel like I want to give you some content. And we are gonna start doing more makeup videos. I have my vanity array set up, all my makeup is set up. So sometime next week, I'm gonna start doing my makeup. I was gonna start over the weekend, but guys, we are getting hit with a heat wave, and I don't need my face to be melting. So, alright guys, so with that being said, love you guys, and until the next video, bye.